I'm Mike Chapman, design director on Sea of Thieves.
So Mike, talk about what you're showing new here with Sea of Thieves E3.
Yeah, so we showed our new gameplay trailer at the briefing yesterday. So we wanted to show kind of a first voyage for a crew. So going out there on a quest, we're showing riddles for the first time. You know, it's a great part of the pirate fantasy. When you think back of the Goonies, you know, a great kind of movie that really inspires that kind of pirate fantasy. You know, we've got our riddles in the game, so going out there and solving a riddle quest with your friends. We also showed off a storm gameplay the first time, so these kind of big weather system that's in the world. So, you know, one of the possibilities we showed off in the gameplay trailer was a crew going out there into the world, they're solving a riddle quest, and then they're sailing back to the outpost, but they decide to push on through a storm. And this storm is this big physical object in the world. It's got lightning that can strike the ship. You feel the resistance of the waves on the wheel. You got a kind of obscured visibility from all the rain. And the possibility that happened in that trailer was they were sailing through the storm to the outpost, and they got involved in this epic ship combat in the storm. And this is something that people will experience in the show floor. It's what people experience in our Insider program, Sea of Thieves /Insider. You can sign up, have a chance to play our game, and that's one of the possibilities that, you know, that could happen to you when you play a game. It's incredible, absolutely epic moments that can happen.
I have to ask you, favorite pirate movie and why?
Wow, I've got so many. I'd have to say the Goonies. But I have to say I'm really partial to Hook, Steven Spielberg's Hook. That film gets a bad rap. I love Hook. It's a great movie.
I would say Muppet Treasure Island for me.
I love that as well. But no, Hook and the Goonies, I love those films.
Talk about what having the Xbox One X opens for you as a developer.
Yeah, I mean, so for us, we've already been building the game in parallel on PC. The cool thing to stress is that we've got one code path. So for us, even before the advent of Xbox One X, we were already kind of testing the game in 4K. So for people who have a capable Windows 10 PC, they can already play the game in 4K. So, you know, for us it was important that, you know, there's one code path, we're building all versions of the game in parallel, everyone's going to get a premiere experience. Even though we have kind of art style, this beautiful art style that we've created that looks incredible in 4K. So imagine that storm, imagine the water running in 4K, it looks absolutely glorious. But at the same time, we want, no matter what your device, if you've got a Windows 10 PC, you know, even a minimum spec, is important for us to kind of bring the hardware kind of the benchmark a little bit lower, so anyone can kind of have that experience with their friends on a crew. The game's going to look great no matter what hardware you play. As long as you're playing on Windows 10 or Xbox One family devices, you're going to have a great experience. But it was important for us to develop all of these kind of versions of the game in parallel. Essentially, we're building one version of Sea of Thieves, and then we deploy it to all these different devices, and it's going to take the most advantage of those different hardware.
Can you talk about, like, does that add to development time at all when you have to port to a second console, as well as the Xbox One to the Xbox One X?
No, I mean, we put a lot of work in early in a development schedule to make sure that, you know, we were set up to do this. I mean, part of our development schedule is ensuring that we can release the game often on a variety of hardware. So people on Windows 10 PCs are already playing the game in our technical alpha. We've already done our first technical alpha with Windows 10 players, and they're going to see the game, you know, looking incredible. You know, we're going to have support for 21.9 monitors. It's essential that we develop the game in parallel. We put the effort in early to ensure that, you know, everyone gets a premier version of Sea of Thieves. That was really important for us.
Talk about how deep the customization is for your character as well as the ship.
Yeah, so, you know, what we showed in a gameplay trailer, you know, a potential quest and, you know, the possibility of how that voyage plays out. And we showed that off, so you're going to be out there progressing in these different play styles, completing these different quests, but then that gold, you know, when you get that physical chest, you know, if you manage to get it back to the outpost, you get that gold, and that gold is yours to spend on your character. So you can purchase different weapons, you'll be able to customize the kind of look in your character. One thing that was important for us as well is kind of how you progress in the game is your choice. There's going to be all these different play styles. If you want to be the explorer, if you want to be the guy who goes, you know, completes bounties on all these fantastical creatures, the guy who kind of goes out there and completes all these kind of legendary treasure maps, you can progress in your chosen area. So imagine all the different customization options unlocked by progressing in that area. So I could see someone in the world and say, so you're the guy who's the legendary treasure hunter. You're kind of presenting yourself as the guy who's got, you know, all this epic hat and this epic outfit, and you've got these cool titles under your gamer tag. People can make a judgment based on how you show up in the world, and that's so important for us. That, you know, one of the things we said early in development is that, you know, we didn't want NPCs like Blackbeard, like Calico Jack, like Jack Sparrow, those kind of legendary pirates. Our setup is that players can become the legends of our world. that's kind of a big promise of Sea of Thieves. Although we're going to have these rich NPCs that can give you quests, they give characters to the world, it's important that players remain our main characters. Players can become the legends of Sea of Thieves.
What do you think it is about pirates that have withstood the test of time for all these years?
You know, I think it's something that maybe starts in childhood. I mean, like growing up, reading books like Treasure Island, you know, that fantasy of following an X that marks a spot, following that treasure, that mystery of exploring these lost islands, you know, watching films like, you know, Peter Pan, Hook, The Goonies. It's just that pirate fantasy, that romance of going on adventures and, you know, playing by your own rules, having this vast open world to go explore. That's what we're trying to capture in Sea of Thieves. It's all these different pirate fantasies that, you know, you can go out there, you can live your pirate fantasy, but the cool thing is that you can share that with your friends. You can crew up with your friends, you can have a ship together, you can have these epic adventures in the shared world. And what's cool about that shared world is that there's other crews out there following their own playstyles, progressing in their own way, parallel to you. So imagine the kind of explosion of possibilities that can happen when these crews meet in the world. That's what makes Sea of Thieves different. That's what makes us so unique as a new IP. We're doing something really special.
And when does the game come out and what platforms will it be on?
So early 2018, we're releasing on the Xbox One family of devices. So we'll be on Xbox One, Xbox One X, Xbox One X, and we're going to be on Windows 10 PCs. But important to stress that players are already playing Sea of Thieves now. So if you want to have a chance to play, you can join our technical alpha, seaofthieves.com/insider. We want you to come and join our expanding community. People are already playing the game. They're falling in love with it. We're having fantastic feedback. Please come and join us. You're going to have a fantastic time.